After much debate, the $1.9 trillion stimulus package passed the U.S. House and is now headed to President Joe Biden's desk. Not a single Republican voted for it, and it was not without fireworks. So when will you see that direct payment in your bank account? Capitol Hill correspondent Erik Rosales reports. Erik.
Oh, yes, Tracy, that's the question that everyone wants to know is where's the money and when are they going to see it? Well, I did speak with Treasury officials today, and they tell me that by the end of this month, the $1,400 checks should be in there if you have direct deposit. That can be done as well, or you should actually receive it in the mail. Now, today's bill did pass, but it did not go out without any fireworks, as you mentioned. Republicans used a number of stall tactics, for the vote.
One by one, lawmakers in the House made their voices heard on why they believe the next COVID relief bill should or shouldn't pass.
Only 9% of this massive $1.9 trillion package goes to fighting COVID-19. And outside of stimulus payments, nearly half won't even be spent this year.
A once-in-a-lifetime pandemic requires bold investment, and that is what the American Rescue Plan is.
We still have $1 trillion set aside for COVID relief and spending. There is no need to enslave the American people.
Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene then asked for a House vote to adjourn, which failed. Hours later,
the motion is adopted.
The historic and massive nearly $2 trillion relief bill now heads to the president's desk. It consists of $1,400 direct checks for individual Americans making less than $80,000 a year and married couples making less than $160,000 a year. $300 a week unemployment assistance, funding for state and local governments, schools, and vaccines. But pro-life leaders warn billions of dollars in health care spending under the legislation could be used to fund abortion providers, such as Planned Parenthood, or subsidize abortion coverage in health care plans. And despite its price tag, when asked if this is the last relief bill funded by the American people, Speaker Nancy Pelosi said,
"It's not anything anybody can predict. It's just a question of the science, and we will have legislation to address it for as long as it's there."
An interesting fact is the GOP does plan to use the passing of this bill as ammunition in the upcoming 2022 elections. Now, a lot of Democrats do face re-election in that, and the GOP party does plan to use everything from social media to even television commercials. From the Capitol, Erik Rosales, EWTN News Nightly.